Welcome, my friend, to Still Point 1210, where we pause together to breathe, to reset, and to rise. Each still point unfolds in 3 gentle movements, a 7 to 10 minute meditation to settle the body and the breath, a 12 to 15 minute reflection to open the heart and mind, and a 3 to 5 minute moment of thankfulness to carry you through into the rest of your day. You're invited to stay for the whole journey or to join us for just one part. There's no right way to be here, only your way. This is your time to breathe, reset, and to rise. I'm Sharon Campbell-Rayment, and in this Still Point session, we're focusing on the wilderness, not as a place of failure or danger, but as a place where we pause, notice what we've been carrying, and allow the body and breath to settle. My friend, if this time feels supportive for you, you're warmly invited to share it with a friend, especially someone who might need permission to pause and to breathe. For now, let's begin together. We begin by readying ourselves. Just notice your breath. You're not changing it yet, only noticing. Notice where the breath is most present right now. In the nose, the chest, the belly. There's no right place. Feel the weight of your body being held. The chair beneath you, your feet on the floor. This is the wilderness, not a place you have to survive, a place where you arrive. Now, I'll name here what's happening. This is the first step of what I call the neuromind shift. Neurologically, this is awareness interrupting autopilot. The brain begins to shift out of the habitual looping. The prefrontal cortex starts to come back online. Nothing has changed yet, but a choice has returned. If you're carrying overload, fatigue, too much responsibility, you don't need to drop it yet. Just notice that you are carrying it. We move on to release. Now, gently lengthen the exhale slightly, as if you're fogging a mirror. Inhale naturally, exhale slowly. Let the shoulders drop, let your jaw soften, and let your legs release their grip. If your body has been braced, this is where it begins to unlearn that. And this is the second step of the neuromind shift. This is the nervous system standing down. The amygdala reduces threat signaling. Cortisol begins to drop, and the body learns it does not need to stay on guard. As you exhale, imagine the wilderness receiving what you've been holding. The pressure, the expectations, the constant doing. You're not pushing anything away. You're allowing the body to loosen its hold. And now we're at the point of receive. Now breathe gently into the chest, as if the breath is arriving, not being pulled. Allow that to extend your belly. Inhale and receive. Exhale, using the fogging technique, and soften. There is nothing to accomplish here, nothing to fix. This is the third step of the neuromind shift. This is the parasympathetic regulation. The vagus nerve is stimulated, and the brain begins forming new associations. Calm is safe. Presence is possible. If fatigue has been living in your body, Let this breath meet it without judgment. You're not asking for energy. You are allowing for rest. Stay here as long as you desire. Just pause this recording if you need or you want to, and then we'll go to the return. Just gently widen your awareness. Feel your feet, your hands, your breath, your whole body. Notice the steadiness beneath you. The support was already there. This, my friend, is the fourth step of the neuromind shift. This is neural integration. Mind and body come back into coherence. We are not leaving the world. We are returning to it more whole. The wilderness does not keep you. It clears you. Now, to encode this experience, notice how you feel. No judgment, just noticing. You may open your eyes if you've had them closed when you're ready, and write one word or a short phrase, a sensation, a shift, a quality you became aware of. And this is the fifth and final step of the neuromind shift. This is memory consolidation. The nervous system encodes the experience, and the body learns this state is available to me. You don't need to remember it perfectly. Your body already has. If this is where you need to pause today, you may be done now. You are free to carry this stillness back into your day, into your work, into your conversations, and into your next small step. If you choose to stay, we will now move into the reflection, a time to open the heart and the mind to the story that holds this stillness, and to listen more deeply for what has been shaped within you. There is no right choice, only the one that meets you where you are. The wilderness does not begin with answers. It begins with stopping. Not stopping everything, just stopping long enough to notice that you are tired. This wilderness arrives when life is full, when responsibilities are real, when people depend on you, when walking away is not an option, but carrying everything the same way is just no longer possible. The wilderness is not escape, it is exposure. And exposure is not cruelty, it is truth. In the gospel story, when Jesus enters the wilderness before anything goes wrong, before teaching, before healing, before crowds gather, nothing has failed yet, and still the wilderness comes. Jesus does not go there to accomplish something. There is no task list, no productivity, no proof of worth. He goes to listen. And what happens there is not dramatic. No speeches are recorded, no clarity is announced. What we are told is simply this: he is alone, he is hungry, and he is exposed. The wilderness meets him as he is. That matters, because it tells us the wilderness is not a response to collapse. It is part of orientation. Even Jesus does not step into life's work without first stepping into stillness. In the wilderness, the noise drops just enough for the body to speak. And the body often says, "Oh, this is too much. I am exhausted. I cannot keep bracing like this. Not as a complaint, but as information. Centuries later, the mystics noticed the same pattern. One desert teacher wrote that the wilderness is where false supports fall away, not through punishment, but through honesty. When there is nothing left to lean on, you discover what has been carrying you all along. Not certainty, not control, presence. In the wilderness, God does not arrive as instruction. God arrives as permission. Permission to rest without apology. Permission to lay down what was never meant to be carried alone. Permission to stop measuring worth by endurance. Here, strength is not shown through pushing forward. Strength, my friend, is shown through listening. Listening to the breath, listening to the body, listening to the subtle voice that says, this pace is not sustainable. The wilderness does not ask you to quit your life. It asks you to stop abandoning yourself inside of it. This is where the wilderness becomes sacred. Because once you stop overriding exhaustion, once you stop explaining it away, once you stop shaming yourself for it, something begins to soften. The grip loosens. The nervous system settles. The constant internal pressure eases just enough for space to appear. And in that space, questions change. Not, how do I get through this? But what actually matters right now. Not, how do I get through it and why can't I keep up? To, what is asking to be released? This wilderness does not demand immediate answers. It allows time. Eventually, quietly, the wilderness teaches discernment. Some responsibilities remain, but they are carried with more breadth and less bracing. Some expectations just fall away, not because they weren't important once, but because they no longer fit who you are becoming. Some inner voices lose their authority. The wilderness does not fix life. It reorders it. Jesus leaves the wilderness not louder, not even certain, not hardened. He leaves grounded. And when life resumes, it resumes from that ground. That is the gift of the wilderness. Not answers, not clarity, but truth that can be carried gently. And that, my friend, is enough for now. And now we move into a moment of thankfulness. As we move into thankfulness, notice how your body feels now compared to when we began. You don't need to analyze it, just notice. Thankfulness is not about pretending everything is fine. It's about orienting the nervous system towards safety and sufficiency. Here's what we know from neuroscience. When we intentionally name gratitude, the brain activates its reward and regulation networks. The same areas associated with connection, trust, and calm. Dopamine and serotonin are released. Stress hormones begin to settle. Over time, the brain learns a new pattern. I am not only surviving, I am supported. Gratitude doesn't erase difficulty, it widens awareness. Difficulty is no longer the only signal for the brain that it receives in this still point moment of thankfulness. So just gently bring your attention inward and take one slow breath. And then begin to think or to write 3 things you are grateful for. They do not need to be big. They don't need to be spiritual. They only need to be honest and real. You might choose something that you're feeling, something around you, something from today, however small it may be. As you name each one, pause briefly. Let your body register it. This is how the nervous system learns. This moment contains goodness. This state is available to me. If you're writing now, just take a moment. And when you're finished, take one more gentle breath. You don't need to hold on to the gratitude. Your brain already has. This is how thankfulness becomes integration, how the still point carries forward into the rest of your day. My friend, if this still point moment was helpful for you, feel free to share it with a friend. Sometimes a shared pause becomes a shared strength. And remember each day to pause and to breathe, reset and to rise. And until next time, walk gently, listen deeply, speak gently, and receive the world with an open heart and a smile.